Winston, it's too cold. It's too cold. Oh, get over here, get over here. All right, guys, it's a Viva on the street, and it's going to be a short one because my face might actually freeze off. Today on Twitter, hold on one second. Justin Trudeau, I gotta show my beautiful hair if we're gonna do a Viva on the street. Justin Trudeau tweeted out a tweet promoting an app that they are promoting, the Canadian government, called, I think it's called Pocket Wellness or Pocket, I forget what it is, but it's a pocket app for wellness. And the tweet, which I will read to you in a second, effectively says, "We know Canadians are going through some hard times. If you need help with mental wellness issues or substance abuse, we've got an app for you, and it's an app that we're promoting." Here's the tweet. "Introducing the new #PocketWell app. Available now, the app gives you another easy and free way to access online mental health resources and substance use supports. If you're struggling, please reach out." Now, setting aside the obvious questions that I don't know who designed the app, I don't know how much the app costs, I don't know who paid for the app, setting aside those questions, because those are questions in and of themselves, I have a question about the app itself being promoted by the Justin Trudeau government. Now, for those of you who have not been paying attention, in the last 2 years, the Justin Trudeau government has confirmed in no uncertain terms, or I should say it has been confirmed. I'm going to go into a quiet spot here. It has been confirmed by the media that in the last 2 years under COVID, the Justin Trudeau military has been testing propaganda techniques on Canadians. From the Ottawa Citizen, military leaders saw pandemic as unique opportunity to test propaganda techniques on Canadians, Forces report says. A plan devised by the Canadian Joint Operations Command relied on propaganda techniques similar to those employed during the Afghanistan war. David Pugliese. It has been confirmed that in the last 2 years, the health ministry, whatever they call it, has been spying on Canadians, has spied on 33 million devices in Canada. And I don't know how this works, because Canada only has a population of 36 million people. So I don't know how the health agencies have been spying on 33 million apps, but they have. This is not conspiracy theory. This is not rumor. This is confirmed fact by the mainstream media, but very subtly so. From the National Post, Canada's public health agency admits it tracked 33 million mobile devices during lockdown. The Public Health Agency of Canada accessed data such as cell phone tower locations to monitor people's activity during lockdown, it said. So when you have Justin Trudeau, the government, coming out and saying, "We've developed an app for mental issues and substance abuse that you should download onto your phones after we have been spying on you, and after we've been testing propaganda on you through the military, download the app." Now, I put out a couple of tweets, sassy, sarcastic, yeah, maybe, saying, yeah, you've been spying on us, testing military propaganda techniques on us for the last 2 years. We should really download this app. You must think we're stupid. Viva Frei at the Viva Frei replying to at Justin Trudeau. Your government spied on 33 million devices, and now you're telling them to download an app that relates to mental issues? My goodness, you think Canadians are stupid, don't you?
Rhetorical question.
And the reality is, though, Justin Trudeau must think Canadians are stupid, or he must think that they're so blinded by fear that they are actually looking to the government to solve their most basic problems that the government themselves have created. Just imagine for 1 second. The government has made an app saying we can help you with your mental issues, with your substance abuse, because of problems that you are now suffering because of what we've done to you over the last 2 years, the psychological, financial, spiritual, constitutional abuse. Yeah, we have destroyed you physically, mentally, spiritually, and financially, such that you have resorted to drugs for substance abuse, or you are just suffering from serious mental issues. We've done it to you, but we now have the solution. I mean, it's no different. It's no different than a mobster breaking your knees and saying, here are the crutches. And by the way, because the mobster is the government here, the crutches were paid for with your tax dollars. So there's that. But setting aside the fact that the government is now offering a free app, Lord knows who designed that app, who got the contract for that app, but they're designing an app to help you deal with the anguish that they have caused you. Setting all of that aside, we know that the government has been spying on us, testing propaganda techniques on us in the context of a crisis that if they didn't cause it in the first place, they certainly exploited it and exacerbated it. And what can possibly go wrong? Just guesses out there, people. Drop a comment in the comment section below. Just guesses. What could go wrong by telling the government what your mental issues are, what your substance abuse problems are. What could possibly go wrong with a government that has been spying on 33 million devices, knowing what your mental issues are and what your substance abuse problems are? I can give you 3 guesses, and the first 2 don't count. Other than the fact that they can track you, know everything about you, know your biggest and deepest and most intimate problems. This is the same government that has literally been testing propaganda on you. So imagine that they just know what the mental issues are of Canadians. Some of them have anxiety, some of them have OCD, some of them have stress, some of them have substance abuse. And now the government knows your most vulnerable elements, knows your deepest, most secret vulnerabilities. And this is the government that has been testing propaganda on Canadians. I mean, it sounds like a conspiracy theory in the same way that 2 years ago talking about the Great Reset was a conspiracy theory. In the same way that 2 years ago talking about the fact that the coronavirus might have leaked from a lab where it was man-made or man-tinkered with in Wuhan, China. Yeah, that type of conspiracy. The government that has been testing propaganda on you is now asking you for your deepest, darkest, most secret frailties, your most secret weaknesses, your most secret issues, and you want to trust them to treat that information confidentially and not exploit it for, say the purposes of military propaganda, for the purposes of spying on you and your movement in the context of a pandemic, for your good. It's always for your good. The cloak of tyranny
comes under the cloak of benevolence.
This is the government that is now asking you to download this app to disclose your most secret, fundamental psychological issues, but trust them. Admittedly, they tested propaganda on you through the military after donating our PPE to China, knowing this pandemic was coming, after denying that it was a potentially man-made or man-engineered virus leaking from a lab in Wuhan, China. After all of that, they are now asking you to disclose your most deepest and secret mental issues. And by the way, in the meantime, they've been spying on 33 million devices in Canada. I mean, I don't know if Trudeau thinks we're stupid. I don't know if we are stupid. I don't know if we are so weak and scared and frail and vulnerable that we are willing to just relinquish this information to the government so that they can do God knows what with it, but it's not going to be good except to continue to empower the government and to propagate techniques that ostensibly have been working to woe Canadian society into a state of fear to the point where they will put up with everything that has been going on in Canada, vaccine passports, the tax vax in Quebec, everything. How do you think we got here? It's because they know everything about us, because they've been spying on us and testing propaganda techniques on us, and now they are literally asking us to download an app so they can track our mental issues. I mean, do it at your own risk and peril. My fingers are freezing solid. Oh, I'm so sorry. It's minus 19 tonight, by the way. Literally minus 19, but it's a moist and humid and windy minus 19. And if my fingers are not frostbitten and falling off now, they will be in a few seconds. So with that said, people, you know what to do. I see a cop down the street who might actually be...